Hey everybody, welcome to Impact Leadership. I'm Brother Jackie Cannell, and I'm going to tell you, I love talking about leadership. Leadership just cranks my tractor and get me going. And I'm glad that you tuned in to our podcast about leadership. Hey, we've already had 2 episodes. This is kind of new for me to journey through this, and I'm excited about how that a lot of people are responding positively to this. I hope these little nuggets are helping you along the journey. You know, when we talked about launching our mission for the year 2020, and then we talked about how that we're to set our goals up, and we talked about that in the first 2 sessions. And one of the great discoveries for success is to find out we really can do what we thought we couldn't do, and that's called, are you ready? Accomplishment. Man, I'm excited about that. And you know, accomplishment always starts with a dream. I love to dream the dream. And you know, when you dream the dream, you're kind of thinking, what if? What if we could do this? Or what if I could do that? And you kind of give yourself permission to dream the dream, and you put your goals down, and then you start executing. And all of a sudden you find out that you're accomplishing things. You're making progress, and you're executing it. And so accomplishment always starts off with dreaming a dream. Man, I've been around leaders all my life, and I've been around people that just talked about what if. You know, have the think tanks and share the ideas and say, well, what if we could do this? And then all of a sudden start putting some blood, sweat, and tears to it. And before long, you're going, we did it. And wow, that's great to feel that you're accomplishing that. But remember, it always starts off with a dream. And accomplishment is motivated by desire. You know, desire is the ingredient that changes the hot water of mediocrity to the steam of outstanding success. I like that. I like that. You know, going from just being hot water, but man, making the steam to really reach out there. And desire is what changes that temperature a little bit. And desire is the ingredient that enables a person with average ability to successfully compete with those who have far more. In other words, you may be a person that you think, man, I'm just average. Can I really accomplish this? Oh, my friend, listen, if you get some desire in you, you'll be able to run with the top dogs. You'll be able to compete with people that you never thought you could. And that's what desire will do. And desire is the extra that makes the little difference, and it's the little differences that make the big differences in life. You know, when you have a desire, you're able to go, I'm going to put this in, I'm going to own this, and it's going to own me. And what that does is it causes you to start having a desire to do a little bit more. And that difference is going to cause momentum to start happening. And then all of a sudden your life is going to start moving forward. And every endeavor that we take should be given our best and then some, because our yearning power is more important than our earning power. Now, when you think about your desire, you got to have a yearning in you. And when you have that yearning in you, a lot of people always think, well, what am I going to earn by doing this? Oh man, listen, as a leader, you need to get out of the earning mindset and get in a yearning mindset. I yearn to make a positive difference. I yearn to do more. And when you get that in you, that desire is going to rise up, start bubbling up, and it's going to drive you. I promise you it will. And desire is the ingredient that makes the difference between an average performer and a champion. You know, when you have a desire in you, you're going to go from just being average. It's going to propel you to being a champion in your leadership life. And I believe that you can do that. And I believe that when you accomplish things and you start accomplishing those things that you want to see happen in your leadership life, it's going to create that desire to do more. And accomplishment is always shaped by personal discipline. You know, discipline is the key ingredient to achieving success, and it is essential to doubling your personal effectiveness. You've got to discipline yourself to execute. You got to discipline yourself to stay on task. Discipline is nothing more than the process of focusing on any chosen activity without interruption until that activity is completed. In other words, you got to get a bulldog hope, and you got to have a desire that you're not going to let go until you get there. And I believe that when you're able to see that happen, you're going to just start seeing your accomplishments just kind of pile up. And discipline is something you do, not something you have. You have to do discipline. You know, you can talk about it all day long. You can read about it, you can study about it, you can go to leadership stuff and everybody tell you about it. But man, you got to do it. It's got to become what you do. Discipline is what you do to accomplish your task. And discipline is the power to keep going forward when everything around you seems to be pulling you back. Have you ever really want to accomplish something, but the circumstances just kind of, and the situations around you seem to be pulling at you, and you're thinking, man, this is hard. Well, you know what? Discipline just keeps on driving you forward. No matter what may stand in your way, you're determined you're going to do it. And accomplishment is maintained by personal development. You know, when you think about how do you develop yourself personally, I just want to kind of wrap this up with giving you a couple of ideas that I believe that if you just implement these ideas in your leadership life, that you're going to go, I'm going to accomplish something this year. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm not just going to study about it. I'm not just going to write it down. I'm absolutely going to accomplish. I believe you'll do that. But let me give you a couple of things you got to do. Expose yourself to positive role models. Be around positive people, role models that are positive influences in your life. Expose yourself to them. Get connected with them. Talk to them. Spend time with them. Read positive books. That's right. Read positive books. You've got to, you know, I believe you become what you read and what you focus on. So if you're trying to accomplish things and you're trying to accomplish your goals and you're trying to execute things, read about people who's done that. Read positive books. Listen to positive people. People that are positive. You know, negative people pull us down, guys. We got to be around positive people that see the good things, see the potential, talk about how we can do it rather than why we can't do it. Be around positive people. Listen to them. Associate with positive groups. Get around groups of people that are positive. Don't waste your time around the negative stuff. And then attend positive lunches like our Power Lunch. Listen to positive podcasts like this one. Connect yourself with all. Did you hear the word just kind of resonated over and over and over again? Positive, 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 positive. Accomplishment is made by personal drive. Let him that would move the world first move himself, Socrates said. You know, we got to move ourselves if we're going to move this world. An accomplishment is determined by nonstop determination. Accomplishments are not completed tasks, but rather accomplishments are seizing the daily opportunities that contribute to our overall purpose for living. And when we look back, we feel a sense of self-worth over a job well done. And man, who don't want to do that? We're living in a world today that we need to raise up leaders like you that are proud that you're making a difference and you're accomplishing good things. And man, you look back and you go, man, well done, good job. And so I'm believing that you're going to see accomplishment in your leadership life this year. And I look forward to talking to you in our next episode. Hey, check us out on jcimpact.org. A lot of stuff there, a lot of information there. Go check it out, jcimpact.org. You'll be glad you did. I'll see you next time.